All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredibly exciting day. We are thrilled to be announcing the next phase of 3num. We're calling it 3num 2.0. And this is just a really exciting moment for us. So again, we appreciate everyone being here. Before I get started, I wanted to say a couple quick thank yous. I want to say thank you to obviously the 3num team. They've worked incredibly hard on getting this release ready to go. And of course, we want to make sure that we thank our users and our community members, especially our OG holders who have been instrumental in providing feedback and really helping us understand what features to prioritize and build into this exciting release. So for today's keynote, I've got a couple of things that we're going to go over, give a quick update on where 3num is at today. We're going to walk through a lot of the details for our incredibly exciting 3num 2.0. We'll go through some of the timelines, and at the very end, I'll be able to give you a demo of what users will be able to expect in the very near future here. So let's get started. So where is 3num at today? Back in January, late January, actually, we launched our inaugural 3num Shield for our OG users. And this was the very first Web3 mobile number that's anonymous, that is minted as an NFT, controlled by your wallet, and was built to stop problems like SIM swapping, uses a no-docs number for encrypted messaging apps like Signal and Telegram, and it also works to access wallet-secured SMS-based 2FA, all from the 3num one-way messenger that we have. So this has been really important for helping us build a lot of the infrastructure that was required for us to get to this 3num 2.0. So we are very excited about that. And again, appreciate everybody who has been a customer so far and using the 3num service in its current state. So where are we at? We are introducing 3num 2.0, which is our very exciting two-way messenger web application, and it is going to be absolutely freaking awesome. So let's dive into what exactly is 3num 2.0. So 3num 2.0 is a two-way end-to-end encrypted messaging app where users will only need to sign in, with a wallet to begin messaging a wide range of Web3 ecosystem users straight from the 3num Messenger, including Ethereum and Avalanche wallets, and Web3 usernames, including Avi domains, ENS names, and the Lens community with Lens profiles. And you can message all of these users directly straight from the 3num applications. And in many cases, they don't necessarily have to have a 3num client on the other side in order to get those messages and message back and forth. And this is really incredible because it's going to allow for us to offer a way to onboard users without initially having to purchase a 3num Shield, but there is a upgrade for users to actually get their 3num Shield, which is going to unlock the ability to use your wallet messenger to securely communicate with over 5 billion phone numbers, and also use all the benefits that you currently get within having a 3num Shield, as well as you'll be able to connect your current Web3 username for use as your dedicated messaging name within the 3num messaging app. So that is the high level of what we're going to be launching here very soon. So within the 3num Messenger, you'll be able to do end-to-end encrypted messaging between 3num Shields, between wallet addresses, including for Ethereum and Avalanche. You'll be able to message Web3 usernames, including Avi domains, ENS names, as well as Lens. And if you do have a 3num Shield, you will be able to also initiate encrypted messages to 5 billion phone numbers. Of course, it's not completely end-to-end encrypted, but you'll be able to do that all from your secure 3num Messenger. So as part of our 3num 2.0 release, we have completely overhauled our onboarding user experience. So with our current version of the application, you purchase a 3num Shield, you log into our one-way messaging app, and you can use it for the current features. With 3num 2.0, a user will actually just need a wallet address to begin encrypted messaging between the wide array of Web3 users, which we mentioned above, which is really exciting because it creates an incredibly low barrier to entry. So current 3num Shield holders will be able to invite all of their friends and family members or who are not currently 3num Shield holders to be able to elevate that into a secured and trusted messaging environment. And this will create the opportunity for that seamless upgrade into a 3num Shield when users inevitably will still need to message their other phone numbers. But what's really exciting about the user experience when you log in is that the 3num Messenger app is smart enough to automatically include all of the identifiers that are associated with a wallet address, for example. So if you have a Avi wallet that you have associated with your Avi domain, when you log in with that wallet address, you'll be able to message users directly from your Avi domain and vice versa. So you'll be able to receive messages with at all the identifiers associated with a wallet address. And that creates what is functionally a consolidated messaging inbox. So you can really use your 3num Messenger to move throughout the world in a secure fashion with all of your contacts, including both your Web 2 friends and Web 3 friends when you own a 3num Shield. And what's really exciting is that messaging inbox will support receiving messages at all the identifiers mentioned. So again, those are your 3num Shield, if you own one, and its associated mobile number, at your wallet address, at your Avi domain name, and you'll be able to have a messaging experience that really transcends just a single community, and truly serves as a universal secure messaging environment. So from the messaging app, once you've logged in, you've created your wallet, you can start messaging with all of your Web3 friends in a secure and end-to-end encrypted way. You'll have the opportunity to upgrade to a 3num Shield. And what this will unlock is your ability to simultaneously message your 5 billion phone number friends that are out in the world. I'm not sure if you'll necessarily have 5 billion, but that's how many exist. And you'll also be able to use the 3num Messenger app for our other current benefits, such as you'll be able to use your 3num number for receiving wallet secure SMS 2FA messages. You can use that as a anonymous no docs number that can't be SIM swapped in cases like using it for all the myriad of business and just day-to-day life things that you still need a mobile number for. And so you'll be able to experience a lot of the 3num app without necessarily having a 3num Shield. But to get that full experience, you'll be able to upgrade right from the app for around $30 a year at 0.015 ETH. So again, once you're in the 3num application, upgrading to own a 3num is super easy. So we'll show you in the demo here in a little bit, but when you go in, you'll see your 3num messaging profile, and that'll show all the correlated addresses that are affiliated with your wallet. So in this case, you can see with my wallet address, I've got my Avi domain name. And you can see that I don't have a 3num Shield currently, so I'd be able to click this and easily purchase that, so I can get the full messaging experience right from the 3num app. So because the 3num app is smart enough to associate the Web3 identifiers that are correlated to your wallet address, you can actually use the following Web3 usernames to show up as the messaging name when messaging a new recipient. So for example, if I log in with my wallet address and I set the outbound name to be my Avi domain that's associated, if I message one of my ENS friends, they're going to see my Avi domain name as my contact address that would show up for the first time when receiving a new message. So what's really exciting about this is that it makes messaging very personalized, and it also means that you can extend new functionality with your Web3 username that you may not be able to currently do within the 3num messaging experience. And setting your name is really easy. So when you go to log in and you go to the 3num profile, as I mentioned, the app is smart enough to know what Web3 usernames you have. And from there, a user can go and simply set which name is shown to a recipient straight from the 3num application. And that will be persistent for all new communications that exist from there on in until you go back and change it. So this is a really awesome way to leverage the full extent of your Web3 username. What's incredibly exciting about the 3num 2.0 application is that we've really built it with Avalanche support in mind. So friends here will likely know that we've been doing quite a bit of work with the Avi domain team. And what's really awesome is that the 3num app will natively support both Avalanche wallet addresses as well as Avi domains. So a user can simply log in via MetaMask with their Avalanche wallet that's correlated to their Avi domain name, and they can begin simply messaging other Avi users as well as Avalanche users straight from the messaging app. And this is really exciting because there's currently not a specific dedicated Web3 encrypted messaging application for the Avi domain community and the broader AVEX community at large. So we're big fans of everything going on at Avalanche, and we're super excited that we can extend this messaging experience to that broader community, all supported natively via the Threenum messenger. And the other community that we are supporting natively within the Threenum Messenger is the Lens community. So this means that the 100,000 Lens profiles out in existence will be able to use their Lens profile straight from the Threenum app. They'll be able to send and receive messages from recipients just knowing their Lens handle. And they'll also be able to message other Lens profiles from the Threenum app that would be received in other Lens affiliated DM messages, for example, which means that you could really use your Threenum Messenger as a daily driver for all of your Lens communication right from a single application. So Threenum 2.0 is right around the corner. We will be releasing our Threenum Messenger to our OG holders starting in early May, and they will get access to all of the incredible features that we just mentioned, as well as have the ability to invite non-OG holders to experience the Threenum messaging app. Those users won't need a Threenum Shield per se. They'll be able to sign in with a wallet address, but they will be able to optionally upgrade to start messaging traditional mobile numbers straight from their Threenum application. Or the full release, I should say, will be available for everybody towards the end of May. So we are just around the corner from having Threenum in the hands of users, Threenum 2.0. And with that being said, I'd love to give you a quick demo of what you can expect. All right, so we are at the Threenum 2A messaging app. And so this is what a user would see for the first time when they access it. I am currently not signed in, so that's what we're going to start with. We're going to go to Connect Wallet. And you can see that we support MetaMask, Coinbase as Coinbase Wallet, and Wallet Connect. So I'm going to go here and click Connect. I will sign in with my wallet address that I want to use and click Connect. And so what's important to note here is that you can see that the application was actually smart enough to identify that with this Avalanche wallet address, which is what I use to sign in, I have a associated Avi domain name, and that gets pulled in directly as the messaging name that'll be used. So within the Threenum application, Web3 usernames take precedent over just the raw wallet address. And that's true if I had it set to an ENS name, or if I had it set with a Lens profile, for example. But I can go into my Threenum profile here and actually see the associated identifiers within with that wallet. So I don't currently have a Threenum Shield, so that's why nothing's displaying here. You can see the wallet that I signed in with, and you can also see the Avi domain name that I have set for this wallet. So that becomes the name that's shown to recipients by default. And if I had something else here again, I could change that. But for the sake of this, with my Avi domain name, I will begin messaging my friend. So I can go in here and create a new message, and I'm going to message my ENS friend Brian3.eth. And so I'm able to add him in, and our system does a lookup, and I can begin messaging Brian, even though he may not actually be using the Threenum messaging app. I can go in here and I can begin sending a message to him. I can say, "Hey, friend," and I can send that off to Brian. And one thing that is great here is all of the messages that are sent fully end-to-end encrypted are shown in purple. So if you see this, you know that you can have a trusted encrypted communication channel. And our friend Brian here, if he sends me something back, yep, he did. I can see he said, "What's up? This is an awesome messaging app." So in this case, he might be actually using the Threenum Messenger, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. And our application will show you if that user is in our supported network or not for encrypted messaging. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go send a message to one of my Avi domain friends. So I'll click new message here. I'll type in their name. The system will do a quick lookup, and I can simply begin typing a message. I'll say something to the effect of, "What's going on, Avi domain friend? How cool is this?" And I can send that off. Again, you'll see that this is fully end-to-end encrypted. So the messaging bubble is going to show up as purple. And what the recipient is seeing is going to be my Web3 username that's set, which is in this case, 3namdao.avax. And so I can also begin messaging. Let's put I know I have a friend who's got just a pure Avalanche wallet, so I can add that here. This could also be an Ethereum wallet, doesn't have to be specifically Avalanche. So I'll type that in, fetching wallet address. It looks like this is a valid user, and I can begin sending them a message. Just say, hello, GM, my fellow Web3 friend, and send them a message just the same. So with this current state, I do not own a Threnum shield, which means that I can send messages to all the supported Web3 identifiers that we've listed, but I won't be able to initiate messages to traditional mobile numbers because I don't have a Web3 number a la my Threnum shield. So if I go here to create a new message and I type in, let's say I type in a friend's phone number. So when I go to send this message to a normal number, it will not allow me to do so because I do not have a Threnum shield, which is my Web3 mobile number that enables messaging to traditional mobile numbers. So that's what you'd see if you were messaging without a Threnum shield. And it's super trivial to go and just grab your new Web3 mobile number to be able to successfully send this message. So what I'll show you now is what the experience will look like once you've actually purchased your Threnum shield, so you can message all of your Web3 friends as well as your Web2 friends as well. So let's jump into that right now. All right, so instead of showing you the process of me buying the Threnum shield, we'll just pretend for the sake of this that I have already, in fact, done so. So this time I'm going to come back to the Threnum messaging app just the same. I'm going to connect my wallet to sign in. This time, the wallet that I'm signing in with does, in fact, own a Threnum shield. And when I go to connect, you'll see two things that are a little bit different. First of all, you'll actually see the Threnum avatar, the Threnum PFP that's associated with my Threnum shield, my Web3 mobile number. As well as, again, the system has found that I have a Web3 name associated with this wallet that gets pulled in as the display name for when I go to message new contacts. So we'll jump into the Threnum profile, and you can see that it's a little bit different this time. This time I do actually have a Threnum shield, which will show you both the messaging PFP as well as the underlying mobile number that I would give to Web2 friends to be able to message me here or use with websites or anything else that requires a traditional mobile number. And again, you can see that the system was smart enough to know that with this wallet, it had a few other Web3 usernames that are associated. And again, I can receive messages by someone initiating them to all of these addresses. So in this case, I've got my ENS, I've got my Avi domain, and I've got my Lens profile. So here, I'll show you how easy it is to change the name that gets passed along to a recipient when you send a message for the first time. So it's defaulted to my Avi domain, so I can just click down here, and you can see the other options, including threnum.eth and then my super cool name.lens. So I could choose one of those, and again, that is what would be passed as the messaging name to a recipient. But I'll leave this here for now and go back to just sending a new message. So this is going to work just the same as it would without having a Threnum shield, with one big caveat, which is how we can initiate messages to traditional mobile numbers. So I'm going to start by typing my friend Brian's ENS name again. It's going to fetch the wallet address associated, and it shows that this person is a viable, or this address is a viable messaging address. I'll go in and say the same thing. Hey, friend. I'll send that over to him. He'll say something back. What's up? This is an awesome messaging app. And it totally is. Now I can also go in and initiate a message to a Avi domain. So I'm going to go send one to my friend austincrypto.avax. And I can go initiate the same bland message, which I can shoot over to him. And now I will send a message just to a pure wallet address. And again, this is going to be completely end-to-end encrypted. So this might be one of my anonymous friends who doesn't have a Web3 name set up. So I might send this to her and type something in that says GM, my fellow Web3 friend. And so you can see it's incredibly easy to begin messaging all of our Web3 users. But where things really shine when you own a Threenum Shield is that you can now take your secure Web3 messaging experience to traditional mobile numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my friend's phone number, and the difference between owning a Threenum Shield and not is that I can actually successfully do two-way messaging directly to the 5 billion people that already have phone numbers. So it does give me a notification that messages sent to traditional phone numbers are not end-to-end encrypted. They're encrypted up to the Threenum bridge gateway, but over and above that, you can't encrypt SMS. But I'm able to say something like, hey, mom, GM from Web3, you should sign up for encrypted Web3 messaging. It's free to start. And I can send that over to her. And the really amazing thing about this is that we can use this messaging experience to traditional numbers to not only interop with the people that the 5 billion users that have mobile phones, but we can offer a seamless onboarding. So what we could do from here is that I could send her a link to directly onboard into the Threenum messaging app to be able to continue the conversation, not over SMS, and she could onboard, get a wallet. We're going to build in the rails to ensure that that's as straightforward and as seamless as possible. But what's incredible is that I can now use my Threenum app to not only message my Web2 friends where they haven't necessarily adopted it, but I can also use it as a super easy way to begin onboarding them into crypto. And what she'll see on the other side of this is the mobile number associated with my Threenum Shield address. So we're really excited that you can now have a way to do all the secure messaging in all the instances that we're able to do so, but also be realistic and understand that for those that haven't onboarded, we can still message them as well. So the final thing I'll show you is what happens when you go to message someone who also has a Threenum Shield. So I'm going to message my friend Brad via his ENS name, which I know is bradrf.eth. And when it goes to do that lookup, it knows that the person I'm messaging also owns a Threenum Shield. So you can see that via the UI here. And I'm going to go and message saying, hey, GM, my fellow Threenum friend. And then when I go to message him, what's displayed is actually his Threenum Shield PFP on the side. And then within the messaging app, you get this little shield icon just to indicate that that user also has a Threenum Shield address. In any event, that is the demo with our two-way messaging app that we are releasing. We are incredibly excited. If you have questions specifically for this release, please join our Discord server. We'd love to chat with you and answer any of those that you have. We'd also really love to get feedback. So we really appreciate everybody taking the time. If you have questions, like I said, please let us know. Other than that, we'll wrap up this keynote from here. And if you are interested in joining our waitlist, we will have that down in the description. You'll also be able to buy a Threenum Shield to use with the current functionality of the application. And if you do want to be able to get access prior to it being available for the rest of the world, find someone with an OG Shield, bug them to get an invitation, and I'm sure they would be glad to do so. So that's that. We're going to wrap it here. Thank you again for taking the time. We really appreciate everybody who's came on this journey with us so we can transition 5 billion mobile numbers into Web3. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.